Despite agreeing to the photo together, the Duke of Sussex asked Ricky Wilson to not post the image online. Mr. Wilson told The Breakfast Show on Virgin Radio, "I don't know whether he was joking or not, but I have never put it up anywhere." Mr. Wilson explained, "I did a gig once. I was stood in my portable cabin with the band. We shared because we were not at that stage yet. Harry comes in and chats to us for a minute in the portacabin. I said, 'Can I have a picture?' And we had a picture taken with Harry, and that was brilliant. Just as he was walking away, Harry said, 'Don't put that up anywhere.'" The Kaiser Chiefs singer and former voice judge added that he didn't know if the prince was joking, but complied with the request. Ms. Roslyn commented, "I don't think he was joking." Representatives of Prince Harry were contacted for comment. The Duke has been a lot more open since departing as a full-time member of the royal family. Prince Harry is also set to release a tell-all memoir next year about his life as a member of the royal family. It promises to be an accurate and wholly truthful account. In a statement, the Duke wrote, "I'm writing this not as the prince I was born but as the man I have become. I've worn many hats over the years, both literally and figuratively, and my hope is that in telling my story, the highs and lows, the mistakes, the lessons learned, I can help show that no matter where we come from, we have more in common than we think. I'm deeply grateful for the opportunity to share what I've learned over the course of my life so far, and excited for people to read a first-hand account of my life that's accurate and wholly truthful." It is not known when the picture was taken. However, the paths of the prince and the Leeds band have crossed before. In 2014, the Kaiser Chiefs and the Foo Fighters played to around 26,000 at the closing ceremony of the Invictus Games. Also to take to the stage for the grand finale of the event was the Duke, who organized the games. He read out a statement from the Queen at the concert, who said she sent her heartfelt congratulations to the organizers and supporters of this competition. Prince Harry stated himself ahead of the ceremony, "I am hugely grateful to all the artists and organizers for coming together in September to put on what will be a truly awesome concert." This week, Harry's wife Meghan Markle called on Congress to ensure that paid parental leave is a national right rather than limited to those who live in states or have employers who offer such programs. She spoke of how she and Harry were overjoyed and overwhelmed by the birth of their daughter Lilibet Diana in June. This is Meghan's first major intervention since the couple's trip to New York last month for the Global Citizen Live event, where they argued passionately for vaccine equity worldwide. It was speculated that their visit to the Big Apple was being filmed for an as of yet unannounced project as part of the couple's deal with Netflix. According to Page 6, they were seen out and about with a videographer and photographer, who captured them as they toured the 9/11 memorial, and during a visit to the Harlem soul food restaurant Melba Friday. Photographs shared online showed Harry with a wire around his neck and tucked into his trousers, indicating that he was connected to a microphone for filming purposes. Harry and Meghan signed a lucrative deal with the streaming giant a year ago, a deal believed to be worth around $100 million. They will develop scripted and unscripted series, film, documentaries, and children programming for the streaming service, it was announced in a statement. So far they have announced only 2 projects, Harry's Heart of Invictus trademark about the Invictus Games and Meghan's Pearl trademark, an animated TV show for children. Their partnership with Netflix has not come without criticism, however. Some have pointed out that the tech giant was behind the controversial drama The Crown trademark about the royal family, which featured far from flattering depictions of some of Harry's close family members. More recently, Diana, the musical trademark, was released on Netflix ahead of the forthcoming stage show. Its release, however, has not gone down very well with one royal commentator, who called on Harry to stop working with Netflix. Dan Wootton wrote in the Daily Mail earlier this month that it is the most offensive and degrading portrayal of Princess Diana since she died in 1997. He accused the streaming giant of completely trashing the legacy of the Princess of Wales. Diana, he claimed, is dismissed as a pop music-loving airhead with the musical tastes of a teenage girl trademark. He claimed the musical is counterfactual, adding that the Queen is relentlessly let down by historical inaccuracies. However, Harry said earlier this year that Netflix series The Crown gives a rough idea of the pressures of putting duty in service above family and everything else. He added that it is fictional but loosely based on the truth. Mr. Wotton claimed, the purchase and broadcast of this musical, a Broadway show since the signing of Harry and Meghan, makes it clear Netflix has zero standards when it comes to cashing in on royal inaccuracies. Mr. Wotton then called on Harry to stop working with Netflix in protest at the drama and its horrendous depiction of his mother. He claimed that Harry has previously waged war against media organizations which he perceived as exploiting her memory, yet now Netflix were doing the same. Harry, however, topped the list of royals respondents would most like to go for a drink. With 19% of the vote, Harry was 4% clear of his brother. Royal commentator Neil Sean, meanwhile, claimed last month that Harry and Meghan are now more popular than ever in the United States and in certain parts of Europe. He added that TMS the area that they going to focus on when they relaunch themselves within the next few weeks. Duchess of Sussex, who quit royal duties with Prince Harry last year for a new life in California, wrote to members of the United States Congress and Senate calling for paid leave for new parents. The letter, which was released yesterday, was written on Sussex-headed paper and Meghan signed it off with her Duchess title. But the use of Meghan's royal title has sparked a backlash from some people on social media. One Twitter user with the handle @PeterLNParis referred to the American War of Independence. He said, "First time an English royal title has been used to lobby politicians in a republic that won its independence from the crown by violent revolution in 1776. The US franchise of British royalty is clearly out of control. Time for diplomats from both countries to intervene." Twitter user @SB58594981 commented, "It's so inappropriate." Another, @Royal Iron, wrote, "Interesting indeed. This is very inappropriate behavior by a member of the royal family, but I think an intervention would only be required in a situation when she would try to intervene in very delicate, divisive and politically sensitive matters." One more, @FloridaFlaming3, added, "This must be addressed. British royalty cannot intervene in our government." As part of Megxit, Harry and Meghan kept their Sussex titles but agreed to stop using their HRH styles. Duke and Duchess of Sussex were criticised on Tuesday by Meghan TM's estranged father, Thomas Markle, 77, as he appeared on ITV's Good Morning Britain trademark. The retired lighting director, who lives in Mexico, said he had not seen his 40-year-old daughter for almost 4 years. He was unable to attend Meghan and Harry TM's wedding 3 years ago after he suffered a heart attack and was advised by a doctor not to travel. Mr. Markle is also yet to meet the couple TM's children, Archie, 2 and Lilibet, 4 months. He said, "I've made it quite clear that until I hear from her, until she does speak to me, that I will continue to do this." The Sussexes dramatically left the royal family last year and moved to the exclusive neighborhood of Montecito, California. They have since spoken out about how difficult they found royal life and accusing the firm of not supporting them enough in this. Royal historian, Dr. Edward Owens, claimed to Express.co.uk that Meghan and Harry still keep an impressive entourage who treat them like royalty. Dr. Owens is a former lecturer at the University of Lincoln and author of The Family Firm. Monarchy, Mass Media and the British Public, 1932-53 trademark. Speaking about Harry, he said, "How does that individual remain self-sufficient and how do they continue to enjoy this very lavish lifestyle that they become accustomed to? Harry TM's been waited on hand and foot by servants since he was born. And by the sound of things, Meghan and he have still surrounded themselves with this big entourage of people who are looking after them like they are still a prince and princess. Harry and Meghan TMS so-called entourage was recently on display during their whirlwind tour of New York City. The Sussexes trademarked significant security detail for the trip included US singer Taylor Swift's bodyguards, according to dailymail.com. The publication also pictured Meghan and Harry embracing members of their close circle after they arrived back in California. Among them, the paper said, were Mandana Dioni, the CEO of the couple TMS Artual organization. Dr. Owens offered his thoughts about Meghan and Harry TMS team of staff as he discussed the Duke of Sussex TMS upcoming memoir. Harry announced in July that he would author an intimate and heartfelt account of his time as a royal. The Duke said it would cover his lifetime in the public eye from childhood to the present day. The book is set to be published by Penguin Random House next year, with all proceeds to be donated to charity. Dr. Owens claimed there could be a potential clash between the publication of Harry TMS' memoir and the Platinum Jubilee for his grandmother, the Queen, which is also next year. He said, "This is meant to be the Queen TMS last hurrah, it TMS very unlikely that there will be an 80th Jubilee. Harry is hot right now, he TMS interesting and he TMS got to make what he can out of that interesting story whilst people are still interested in him. At next year TMS Jubilee, the monarchy, the Queen and her advisors will be saying don't TMT worry about it. That TMS going on over the other side of the Atlantic Ocean, this is a celebration of Britain, the Commonwealth trademark.